Renfrew-Nipissing-Pembroke.
Mr. Speaker, as a Member of Parliament for Renfrew-Nipissing-Pembroke, I welcome this opportunity to follow up on my request of the Prime Minister to stop his unacceptable campaign of hate and divisiveness against ordinary Canadians. Now that the provinces are demonstrating the leadership that's so clearly lacking at the federal level regarding the mandates, it's time to start focusing on the deep wounds in Canadian society created by this Prime Minister. On February 15, 2022, the Liberal NDP coalition issued a proclamation declaring a public order emergency. The anti-democratic bouncy castle emergency order has been recognized around the world as a despicable, egregious violation of human rights. Canada's image has been so tarnished internationally that on March 7th, the Prime Minister had to be sneaked into the residence of the Prime Minister of Great Britain at 10 Downing Street through the servants' entrance. Dozens of protesters were out the front door chanting a slogan that's been banned in Canada from flags and protest signs on Ottawa's Parliament Hill. The purpose of the adjournment debate is to follow up on an incomplete response to a question posed during question period. I specifically asked why members of the Liberal Party refused to condemn the racist act of wearing blackface. Canadians see the hypocrisy in the Prime Minister accusing others of being racist when the Prime Minister enjoys dressing up in costumes and in blackface to make fun of other people's cultures and skin color. The Prime Minister's racist accusation is interpreted by the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide as the accusation in a mirror. This is a rhetorical practice of falsely accusing others of conducting, plotting, or committing precisely the same transgressions that one plans to commit against them. The claim by the Prime Minister and his senior members in the Liberal Party that members of the Freedom Convoy were racists, misogynists, undesirables is a textbook example of demonizing and humanizing that comes by labeling certain groups in society as undesirable. But the Prime Minister has a track record of accusing the Freedom Convoy participants of the very violations that he himself is perpetrating. Now, I know that members of the Liberal NDP coalition like conspiracy theories, but it was no conspiracy when a Quebec Liberal MP critiqued members of the party about the divisive rhetoric on vaccinations. He urged the government to keep in mind the fact that not everyone can earn a living from a MacBook at the cottage. The Liberals need to accept that many Canadians believe those who disagree with them on policy matters are not wrong. They struggle to understand how those on big government side of political fence could possibly hold so many wrong-handed views. The trucker strike was brought about by widespread resentment of hysterical reporting throughout the pandemic by the Liberal bought-off media. The attempted cancellation of anyone who dissented over lockdowns, whether scientific or whether on grounds of scientific or civil liberty grounds, further exacerbated the problem. The accusation in a mere propaganda technique has been used in non-genocidal and other forms of persecution committed against Jews, Blacks, and First Nations, among others. It's time to face some inconvenient truths about the Prime Minister. His behavior is dividing our country. Being angry all the time is not demonstrating leadership.